Hey guys, it's Looks and Wisdom Sundays with Oluchi. How you doing?
Hey guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of Looks and Wisdom Sundays with me, Oluchi. I am the author of this self-help healing guide, and I do this as a way of healing, helping people to find wisdom literally from everywhere. And this month we focused on billionaires, so I thought I should bring it back home and do an African billionaire, and this one is called Mike Adenuga. He is the third richest billionaire in Africa. Actually, he's the third richest person in Africa, and he's got interest in oil, he's got interest in telecommunication, and he's got interest in banking. So, and he comes from a normal family. His dad was a teacher, and his mother was from royalty, something like that, but there's some royalty from the mother's side. But he grew up under humble beginnings. He funded his own education and tertiary education, and he's the third richest person in Africa. And I thought we should find wisdom from him via two quotes. And the first one he says is that if there's no struggle, there's no progress. And I like that so much, because people often view obstacles as obstacles, but obstacles are really just a detour for you to get better at what you do, and overcoming them is always a great blessing, because you know if the same challenge comes again, you know how to deal with it. So I like struggle because it means that I'm progressing. The only time I don't like struggle is when it's the same struggle over and over again and there's no light. But even in that case, it's usually waiting for you to grasp what you're supposed to learn from that struggle. The second one says, if you have the right vision and take the right steps, then success is inevitable. I believe that wholeheartedly, because everything that you start and you are focused on it, put bricks. It's like building a house. You build a house, you start with a foundation, then do the bricklaying, then do the roof, and then proceed to do other things. And it's work and it's effort. You can't start with the roof, you have to start with the foundation. And being successful and running anything that's successful, either successful as a person or successful materialistically, it requires a lot of work. It requires steps, it requires consistency, and it requires you to always be available. So I don't like making these things long, but Mike, the third richest person in Africa, says struggle is good. So if you're struggling, just know that you need to focus on the focus. Eventually you're going to make it, because the second quote says, if you have the right vision and you take the right steps, you're going to succeed inevitably. It's like when you're building a house, you start with the foundation, you do the bricklaying, you do the roof, then the house is done. So thank you guys for joining, and I hope you embrace your struggle and you take the proper steps in order for you to be successful inevitably. Thank you guys. See you next week for another exciting episode of Looks and Wisdom.
Thank you for joining. See you next week with another episode of Looks and Wisdom with Oluchi.